Okay. This is a good one too. The least amount of effort you've given during a show.
Ooh. Okay. This is actually pretty bad, but there's a reason for why I gave such little effort. So I had flown from India that day to Australia. We had to drive to the venue that was out on this fucking like cliff.
Right.
And my set time got pushed back like 5 hours.
Oh, fuck.
And I was so tired. So on stage, I was playing for 30 minutes. Like the sound was fucked up. I was literally just like playing things, and I just remember walking off stage, and I was like, Mike, I'm not playing anymore. I'm sorry. I didn't even say bye to the crowd or anything. It was really fucked up on my part, and it was really windy too. So I think it was affecting a lot of people that were like trying to have a good time.
You're blaming it on the wind?
Yeah, I think the wind was mainly.
If you lose the vibes of the crowd, it's really hard to get it back. Like on stage, like
there's not
it's
one.
like a comedian.
If
it's not going good, you're just like, the
Yeah.
next joke works. You know, it's like kind of hard to like. It's interactive all the time.
But how often do you lose the crowd? Like per year? If you have, let's say you have 100 shows, which I know you have more, but per 100 shows, how many times do you lose the crowd?
At this point, I don't really. I mean, if people come to my shows, they're gonna kind of come like they're gonna take whatever the fuck I give them. Like I'm like, oh, this is my thing.
Old McDonald had a fun.
Yeah, you know, I love that song. Big tune. But
Big tune.
if there's a technical problem, that sucks. You know, and if you're doing 300 shows a year, you might have like 3 or 4. Like I did a show in Nigeria once, raining outside, and everything was shorting. All the plugs are shorting. I go on stage and I'm like, okay, I'm playing my big record. This is a Jack U record, and I was like playing this piano intro, everything going crazy. And I go jumping on the stage, going crazy, and only the monitors are playing. Like the speakers aren't playing.
Oh my God, yes.
Crowd. No. So I'm just like, this crowd's not feeling me, but fuck it, I'm gonna go. And then I'm just going there. I'm like, gee, this sucks. And then they come and just turn me down. Like, yo, just wait a minute, because like we gotta fix it. And I'm like, but the mic works. So I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm like, okay. I walk a little back, but the crowd's like there, like the kind of people leaving because it's raining. I'm like, this sucks. And then I get on the mic. I'm just like, hey guys, I start telling jokes or whatever. And at the moment, like Big Brother Nigeria was like a really big show, and this guy's like, Jason, tell some jokes about Big Brother Nigeria. So I was like, I don't know anything about this. But he's like, do this joke. I was like, okay. So I do like a little stand up for like 5 minutes, like about Big Brother Nigeria, and the crowd kind of laughs a little bit, whatever, and then slowly they kind of walk away. But it was then finally it does plug in. Out of 2,000, maybe 100 people are still left at the end. I did do a show, and I was
wait. Out of the 2,000, 100 people are left?
Because at like 30 minutes and it's raining, people are not going to stay for a show.
By the way, that happened to me at one of his festivals as well, the Maddies and Block Party, where I did the exact same thing where the monitors were on, and you just fucking go so hard on the first song you're playing, and it's the most embarrassing thing possible.
Imagine like some guy dancing on stage with no audio, just like going crazy. Yeah. By himself. That's what he looked like.
It's just this mic is working, you just hear yourself breathing.
It's so sad to look down and just see faces of just like...
Yeah.
If people aren't moving, it's like, if you're so in the moment, you're like...
And you can't tell, right? Because your speakers are still working.
Yeah, my speakers are so loud. So then someone had to come over and be like, yo, the fucking main speakers aren't on. And I was like, are you fucking... Like, what the fuck is happening? How is it possible?
That's like the worst.
It's so bad.
And then I've also noticed that like different crowds will come in to like different shows.
Yeah.
And you'll have to like change your music style just for that crowd that's coming in. So it'll be like a football team. It'll be more like pump up stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to do a show. I did when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I'm a big Eagles fan. It was like 3 years ago in Minnesota. And I got booked like last minute to do the Super Bowl after party. It was me and Cardi B, and I was in Pakistan. I was doing a show there and I had to fly from Pakistan to Minneapolis and back to India because I had a show the next day. But I went there and I'm like playing like randomly hip-hop records for all the football players, and then the owner of the club's like, can you play Tom Petty? I won't back down. I was like, all right. So I was like, play all the football players like going crazy, Lil Uzi Vert's playing, Cardi B. And I was like, all right. And I'm just like, I had to go back and forth to like classic rock.
Holy fuck.
To meet Mill.
That's funny. Like you guys are artists, but at the same time, someone can be like, hey, that's the DJ. Tell him to switch the tunes up.
But at this party, I'm not the headliner. It's the Eagles. I'm making everybody happy. I'm so happy that they won the Super Bowl. This is like a rare event where
it's their day.
Also, at the end of the day, we're DJs. Like I'm happy to present my music and play records and make everybody happy and enjoy my content. But at the same time, we're like vibrators. We want people to be crazy. If the situation's not good, me and him are both DJs at the bottom, and we're just like, we can figure it out. We can figure out the puzzle. Right. To make everybody happy at one point.
I know how to play Black Eyed Peas. I can do it.
It's gonna work.
Do you guys hate when people come up to you and like ask you to play specific songs?
If it's a bad song.
Yeah, I hate that.
If it's a good song, then I'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll do that.
That happens every show. There has to be like a drunk dude or a drunk girl coming up and
ever since like the phone, the Chiron thing has come
people
out,
will put it on their phones.
Yeah, they'll be like, play Dancing Queen.
That's not my song.
I mean, because all the TikTok records are so big, by the time we get back to the clubs, I don't think people know who those records are, though. They're songs that are 15 seconds.
Yeah, play that TikTok.
Like, play the one with the dance with the... I'm like, what is this? There's like, no one knows
Play
who
this one.
Nobody knows who the songs are or what they are, so it's going to be a little bit awkward to figure out. Like,
Your sets are going to be 3 minutes long. You're just going to go through the TikTok playlist. Are you guys good car DJs? I know it's stupid, but are you?
No, awful.
I feel like people would love if you gave your Spotify playlist up. I would follow you. I love seeing people's playlists.
Dude, he just found out who I was today, and he's already.
I know I'm already about your play. I'd rather follow you on Spotify than any other media. I think that means so much more to people, like, because that's like what you put your heart into. Like, oh, what makes you like happy in the club or whatever. I meet people all
What
the time
makes
at
you happy in
parties,
the
and I'm
club?
like, I'm saying I meet people all the time. I'm like, I actually follow people's Spotify. I check that. I check what they listen to. Like,
Really?
What they're playing. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll go update
So I
my
think you should make one.
Spotify.
I'm just saying I would follow it.
You like Portugal the Man?
I love Portugal the Man.
Great. That's
Me
five.
too.
I have like fucking 3 songs on there with Portugal the Man.
All right. Well then, I only know one of their songs, but they're homies of mine.
I was trying to make a song with them before COVID hit.
They're not even from Portugal. They're from Alaska.
No, they're from Seattle. I thought one of them's from Seattle.
Alaska.
Really?
Yeah, they're from Alaska.
Anchorage?
No.
Somewhere, aren't they?
Maybe they're not real people. Maybe they're also.
Are they even
NFTs.
real guys? Dylan used to have a
think they're
festival in
NFTs.
Alaska called Dill'Alaska.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he did. He had 2 of them. It was his own festival.
Wait, what?
I don't know why. I just like one day I called my booking agent. I go, "Yo, I want to play in Alaska. I just need to see it."
And that shit just happens?
Yeah,
Is that
he's like,
easy?
"Yo, I got you."
And it looked crazy.
Yo, it was wild because everyone's like, "Yo, we don't get any artists up here. Like, thank you so much for
that's
doing
the
this."
best.
It was
Okay.
amazing.
How many people showed up?
I think the first one was like
7.
probably 10. I think we bumped it up a little bit. I swear to God, I'm not even joking either. It wasn't like a crazy amount, but then the next one got bigger.
But
then
everybody was fucking feeling it. Cause
yeah, but then everyone started copying me.
Does that?
I did one too after that.
You did one in Alaska too?
Yeah, I did Madison Block Party Alaska. But the best thing is they have a strip club there called the Alaskan Bush Company. And it's like a 100-year-old strip club. And it was like the craziest strip club I've ever been to. They have like people burlesque shows in like an old tub. Like it's like pioneer stripper club.
Right. Like OG
I
strip.
love that.
So wait, what's the most amount of people you guys have played to?
I played in Havana for like 2 million people.
Yeah, he beats
What?
me.
Major Lazer
Yeah,
did a
because
show.
they did the first show in Cuba.
You did the first show in Cuba?
There's a
It was
documentary
actually the
about
second one because Rolling Stones played before us, but we had a bigger audience than
Yeah,
Rolling
you did.
Stones.
It's so sick to watch.
Wow.
Oh
What's
my
the doc
God.
called?
It's called Gimme Future, about just kind of like young people in Cuba.
And 2
dealing-
million people showed up.
Yeah,
Ah,
free
that's-
show in the streets.
That's fucking insane.
It's the documentary is great because it talks about how everybody has access to information, but there's no internet in Cuba. So people trade USBs full of information.
Like, don't you have
There's
to go
one
to a park
distributor.
to go
No,
on the
guy
internet?
goes like your house and gives you this USB and you share it like every week. It's a new USB with
Wait,
new
I'm
music.
sorry. Did you say there's no internet in Cuba?
For a majority of people, there's no internet. Yeah.
News, someone will go write a bunch of things on a USB. They'll be like, Diplo's coming to
No,
town.
they
in 3
aggregate it
weeks.
from like America or Europe and Spain, and they just put all this stuff on one USB and they trade it.
How did Cuba promote that? Was that like the biggest thing in Cuba
Well,
ever?
we had a big fan base there because our records were kind of, they were sort of like Caribbean reggaeton influence, but the government liked our records, so they actually promoted it on the radio because our records were about positivity. Like our big record was Lean On and Light It Up. They were records that didn't have any curse words, and it was kind of like conservative country, but so they helped us make the show together, and we were like they knew we weren't going to say anything stupid on stage.
And everybody loved it.
Oh my God! I studied Spanish for 2 weeks to try to like talk to people, and I was just like, "Uno, dos, fucking jump!" And I was like,
No, no.
yeah, I was like, and people were like, "All right, whatever."
That's all the time we have for Dillon Diplo. I'm going to leave all their shit linked in the description below, including new Diplo masks out now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's only 3 of them, but yeah.